Alright, so in this video we're going to be making a pretty sleek looking header slash navigation bar kind of thing in Photoshop for your website, and that's going to be it. I mean, without further ado, let's just get through this and let's make babies happen. So here we go. I'm going to make a new folder. We're going to call it header background. And we're going to create a new layer in that folder, and we're going to call that base color. And we're going to go with the rectangular marquee tool, and we're going to draw out a base kind of thing. Then I'm going to go and take the paint bucket tool, whatever you want to call it, go there, and now we got our base header. And you guys are thinking this looks ugly, and it does, not gonna lie, but we're gonna make it look sexy. So here we go. Double click the base color layer, and you should get the layer style box window thing, and we're gonna go to gradient. We're gonna make it look good. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go here, and I got some nice colors, so let's go with 2C2E34. Bam. And let's go with the next color, and we'll make that 35363C. Yeah, I have memorized these colors, guy. You know why? Because I'm a baller. That's what a good web designer knows. He memorizes his hex colors, his hex values. That's all you need to know, and then you're set. Alright, so there's that. Looking better, but we could do better, I think. So what we're gonna do is now create a new layer, and we're gonna call it line, because we're that creative. And now we're gonna take a rectangular marquee tool and just make a big line. It doesn't really matter. And then go like that, and then rectangular marquee tool again, and then we're gonna click Command plus to zoom in, and we're gonna make this 2 pixels tall. So just so it's delete some, and that's definitely not 2 pixels. So whoa. So let's go and make it 2 pixels tall. There we go. So it's 2 pixels tall, and what we're gonna do now, whoa, where am I going? I'm dying here, killing myself. Alright, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna highlight one of these pixels of this thing of life, and we're gonna go ahead and color this one. Take the foreground color, and we're gonna use, I don't know, what's a good value? I'm thinking 25272A. It's not bad. So we'll go with that, and I think that'd be better for the top. So let's move it up one, and move it up one again, and paint. There we go. There's that. And let's highlight the other one, and just as easy as we did it before, let's go back here, change the foreground color to 3B3D43. Yep, I have these memorized. I actually don't. I'm just reading it off of what I have prepared for myself. Alright, so now we have a slick looking line, and let's move it down to the bottom. There we go. Now let's zoom out. Look at that. It already looks even like 3,000 times better. See that subtle line there, guy? Right there. Looks sleek. Looks sexy. Alright, now what are we gonna do? I'm thinking we go back to here and add a subtle drop shadow to make the opacity something like 25. Make the size a little bit less, like that, 1. Now we're looking at some super sexy stuff. Now, what else can we do to make this look even more amazing than it already is? We're going to duplicate this layer by clicking Command or Control J, clear the layer style, Command U to go into hue and saturation, bring it all the way up, make it white, go add noise, so add noise, there we go, 50% is good, making sure it's uniform and monochromatic. Enter. Now we're going to rename that layer noise. Go over to the layer style thing, go to multiply, and we got this. Now you're like, that's ugly. Well, we're going to bring the opacity down to like 30. Now we'll go 20. Now we got some subtle noise in there. And let's complete this with taking a brush, going back into the folder, clicking add a new layer, bring the brush size down to 85 seems good, and hardness 14. And here we go. We're just going to go right across here like that, that easy. And we're going to call that the highlight. And then we go 30%. No, that's too little. Let's go 80. No, too much. 50. There we go. Looking good. Looking good. Alright. Next, what are we going to do? We're going to make our navigation. So we're going to create a new folder. Go to, and we're going to call it nav, because we're that creative. And then, we're going to call it nav. Alright, so let's go to the text tool, Helvetica New, condensed bold, and we'll call it home. Let's see, what else is there besides home? House. I don't know, apartment. Whoa, I don't even know how to spell apartment. And let's go with cabin. Alright, so let's make the color F9, 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 because that's a nice one. I approve of that. And then let's select the base color layer by clicking Command and then clicking on the little square. And then make sure you're on the text layer, and let's center it and align it to the center thing. Alright, there we go. Now what are we going to do to make this look even more sexy than it already is? We're going to zoom in and we're going to make a highlight. So when this thing is highlighted, we go like that. That looks pretty centered to me, not going to lie. Create a new layer, and we're going to go black. We're going to put it underneath this layer, and we're going to rename it highlight. And you're saying that's ugly, and you're right. So we're going to make the fill 0, and now you're like, where the hell did it go? Double click on it, go to drop shadow. Oops, not drop shadow, inner shadow. Go to 90, and you don't want to use global lighting, and then go back to 90. And let's bring the size down to 3, and we'll make the distance something like 3. Maybe actually increase the size. There we go. And we'll bring the opacity down to 40. Now we zoom out, and that looks pretty baller. I don't even know. That looks pretty sexy. But problem is, these are really weirdly spaced. So what are we gonna do? We're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we're gonna try to do the same thing. Oh no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, because we learned to count, and I like counting out loud. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Obviously, we learned to count. All right. I think that looks pretty beast, but it could look better. So what are we going to do? We're going to zoom in again, and we're going to create a new layer. We'll call it second highlight, and we will make another very small 1 pixel layer. Looks pretty good. And we will go to our foreground color, and we're gonna make it bluish. I don't have these memorized, so not much I can do there. Then we go like that, and we see how it looks. Looks pretty good, but could be better. So what are we gonna do? We're gonna go back. we're going to click Command J to duplicate the layer, and we're going to move it up 1 pixel, and then we will go and change the color of this layer to a darker blue just to give it that, you know, effect. So we'll make it a little darker, give it some nice looking effect. That doesn't really look any different, but why is it not looking different? Oh, not dark enough. There we go. No, where's my dark color? There we go. Alright, so in all honesty, that looks pretty sexy, but there's one thing that's missing, and that is this. Let us change the color of this. Oh, we can't do that. Oh yeah, we can. Alright, so let's highlight it and make it this blue color. If only I could pick it up. That's called bad aim. Zooming in, find the color, there it is, done, zoom out, and we're good. That looks pretty decent, but I'm not satisfied. So let's go here and make the fill of the highlight a little bit more. No, actually, let's double click it and go into color overlay, and we'll adjust it as per the color overlay. So we will go with a darker color, maybe something like that. There we go, I like that. And what do I not? I don't like the blue. So let's go second highlight, delete, and second highlight, copy, delete. That looks pretty decent. That looks pretty decent. But I'm not liking this. I'm not liking this. Need some adjusting. Let's go darker. That looks perfect. Perfectiano. I don't even know if that's a word. But we're gonna go with it. Just let it flow, guys. Just let it flow. I'm pretty satisfied. I'm pretty satisfied with the result. Now what do? We go here and we go insert logo here, and just like all the people do it, we are going to make it 28 pixels, and this doesn't work if we don't make this one light and this one ultra light. Look at that. Look at that. That's just art. That is just art. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. I mean, we kind of did it as we went, and that's the best way to do it. I mean, you can't say something looks good unless you do some trial and error. And who writes scripts anyways? I mean, yeah, that's how it's done. That's how it's done. Alright, so that's it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys learned some stuff, and I hope you guys now are looking at a very, 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 very sexy navigation bar. So if you guys want me to code this, teach you guys how to code it, program it, put it in CSS and HTML, we can do that. We can do that. I can do that. We can run through that stuff. So just let me know in the comments below. Subscribe, do your stuff, and shake and bake. So I'll see you guys, and I won't even see you guys. You guys will not even see me, and you'll hear my voice, but that's pretty much all we're going to do. So, lates.